Yes, I really found this entire set in a dumpster. I was taking out the trash and saw this tank just standing there, right next to all trash containers. That means that someone left it there on purpose, maybe thinking that someone else can still use it. So I quickly made few pictures to show you how I found it and took it home. Yes, my wife will love the fact that I just got another tank, especially the one taken from the trash. So now let's play detective. Let's analyze what went wrong here, and then create something beautiful and working out of it. This is going to be a fun project. Okay, let's start from analyzing what we have. Originally, when I saw it, I just wanted to take this light and check if it even works. But then I realized I can just take it all, and I'm so happy that I did it. This little beauty is the biggest version of Aqua EL set day and night. It's 30 by 30 by 35 centimeters and holds 30 liters of water. It includes a lid, internal filter, heater, and light. So this tank is a decent size. It's actually smaller on camera, and I think it will make a perfect home for my betta. But apart from the light, it's all in terrible condition. So obviously someone tried to make it work, but failed and gave up on it. So let's try to guess what kinds of problems previous owner was facing. First of all, let's look at this glass. It's incredibly dirty and shows a lot of problems with algae. Even without water, there is a lot of hair algae clearly visible. And that means that there had to be even more algae pretty much on everything. So yes, I kind of understand that this can be discouraging. Second problem, there is an incredible buildup of calcium on the glass and filter. And that means that maintenance was not done regularly, and there was something in the tank that was changing its water chemistry, like stones that greatly increase water hardness. Or maybe this ornament? I don't know. What I do know, it's not about the water from the tap. I live in the same building complex, so the person that was running this tank have the same water quality, and I don't have those issues. Third problem. Check this out. Pest snails. I even saw few of them alive, and many empty shells. That definitely suggests snail invasions. So, potentially lack of maintenance, overfeeding, and probably a mistake during tank setup. We will address that later as well. And lastly, substrate. All I can see is this kind of gravel. There is no sign of any root tabs or any kind of nutrient source. But I'm not even sure if this tank had any live plants. Maybe it didn't? This fake ornament was all that was left. But I guess there could be some plants here and they were just thrown away. We will never know. So to summarize, we have algae problems, maintenance issues, snail invasion, and lack of nutrients. So I will propose few changes that will address all those issues and build a great looking scape in this tank. Before I start building, there is a lot of cleaning in front of me, so let's get to work. I start from removal of all those unnecessary decorations and go straight to cleaning the glass. It's quite a lot of work, but after a few sessions we get this. Just look at it now. Now that is something I can work with. It looks brand new, and I really cannot believe that I just found it. Look at this comparison. But there is one more thing I need to do. Considering that I found it in the dumpster, I don't really trust it 100%. So I placed it in my bathtub and filled it with water to the max. Yes, I'm testing it for any leaks or issues. Maybe the last owner just threw it away because it was simply leaking, and I don't want that in my house. But after 12 hours, I'm happy to report that everything is fine, and we can move to the best part, building. First thing that we need to do is fix the substrate. This way, we will address the problem with the lack of nutrients. At the bottom of this tank, I will place a thin layer of deep bases. It will promote rooting and provide nutrients for my plants. I don't use a lot, just 1-2 centimeters at the back when I want to place most of my plants later. Next, I'm covering with layer of active soil. This time I put more, like few centimeters. As always, there will be much more at the back. This is how it looks from the sides. Very little in the front, but thick layer at the back. Okay, substrate is ready, so it's time to work on the hardscape. Remember that fake ornament? We will replace it with something more natural. Originally, I was testing few options with those thick driftwood pieces, but I wasn't happy with it and I couldn't find anything I liked. But then I tried this spiderwood piece, and I think it might be a much better choice. I weighted it with small rocks to secure it in place. Let's try it out. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. It looks great even when it's empty. If you are thinking about using fake decorations, just try something like this first. You will be amazed how great a single piece of natural wood can look in your tank. And placement of your decorations is equally important. Notice how much space I left behind it. It's all because I'm planning to put lots of plants at the back. Now, let's make it more interesting and put some rocks inside. This section right here is just begging to include more details, starting from this one bigger rock. And next, I'm throwing randomly smaller pieces here and there. It makes it look so much more natural. Check this out. It's all coming along very nicely. So simple and so promising already. Before we move on, one last look from the top, so you can see very well that space I left for my plants. But before we plant them, we need to address another problem: snails. If you have unwanted snails in your tank, there is a good chance that they come on your plants. To avoid that, always wash your plants before putting them in your tank. Take your time and do it thoroughly. It's not only about the snails, but also about their eggs that are laid on the leaves. If you wash your plants very well, you may avoid pest snail invasion completely. Finally, to make planting easier, I'm pouring a single jug of water into the substrate. It really helps to properly secure those plants in place. Speaking of plants, I have a nice selection of stem plants right there. They are already washed and ready for planting. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of them. And this is how we address another issue: algae. Plants are your best weapon against algae, but you need to use a lot of them and you need to select fast-growing stem plants. If you do that, you will have much better chance to keep your tank healthy and algae-free. Those stems will use a lot of nutrients from the substrate and they will leave nothing for algae. I plant them one by one all over the tank. Some of them are really big already, some are smaller, but in the end they will fill entire back of this tank. And this is exactly the point, to make it very densely planted. As a final detail, I'm placing this Anubias right here. I think it fits there very nicely. Okay, it looks a bit weird without water, so let's move it into the position and fill it in. Okay, look at the difference. Yes, it's a bit cloudy, but this is very fresh, so it's kind of expected. But the most important thing is that it looks very promising. It already looks good and will only get better. So now we will give it time to develop, mature, grow, and get ready for fish. So for me it's few weeks, but for you it's few seconds of waiting. Look at this. Look at this jungle at the back. Those plants look so healthy and so beautiful. Entire tank is so densely planted, I love it. I deliberately waited much longer before revealing this tank, to show you bigger progress. But also to show you how clean it is, even after longer time. Look at those rocks, totally clean. And this wood piece, there is no sign of algae. Glass, it looks like it was cleaned today, but I wasn't cleaning it since the beginning. Entire tank is just spotless. So let's get back to our list of issues. There is zero algae in this tank, and no unwanted snails. Plants are growing very well, and that means that there is no problem with nutrients. And finally, it's all super clean, because I keep up with maintenance. I make regular but small water changes, I'm trimming plants when needed, and remove dead leaves from time to time. But that's it. I don't have to do any serious cleaning. And finally, look at this guy. My betta is very active and seems to be very happy in this tank. Those kind of densely planted tanks are great for bettas. And it really shows. It really was super fun project for me. What a great change. And I know there is no chance that the person that threw it out is watching this video. But you know what? Good for you. Thank you for not destroying it completely and throwing it directly to the trash. I know you left it there deliberately, so somebody else can use it. This is a very good approach, and I hope that at some point, by some kind of miracle, you can see this and see that something good came out of it. So you see, it's not that difficult to move from failed tank to something that works and looks very nicely. If you are struggling, don't give up, give it another try. Use a lot of plants, give them some nutrients, use natural decorations. Keep up with the maintenance, and you will have a great chance to make it work. Let me know what you think of it, leave a like if you liked it. If you have any suggestions, also share with me. It's great to hear from you guys. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.